Hey everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. All right, it's game number 78 tonight. So Detroit's in town to take on the Habs in, I don't know if it's the second to last home game, but I think there's one next week. It's the two games next week. One's on the road, one's at home. So it's game number 78. These teams have, let's see, they played three games. Detroit's won two, Montreal's won one, so Montreal needs to win to split that. I got a lot of game day news here. A lot of game day news, and I have a game preview. I've got the lineups. And what else I got? Oh, yeah. I got the guess the score contest, guess the score of the game, and the first goal scorer of the game. And that you can pick from either team, that guy. And you could win the $10 cash prize directly into your bank account. We're running out of time for a winner. We've had 4 this season. We got 5 games left. Let's see if we can get another one. Yeah. I'm going to do a little game day news. Then I'll see who's here because there's not a lot of people here. What should I start off with? I'm going to start off with the sad news out there today. It's not Habs related exactly, but Matvey Michkov. So that's one of the top draft picks in this upcoming draft, expected to go possibly at third. His father was found dead in a pond under very mysterious circumstances. His dad went out to the store like 2 days ago and vanished. Apparently, Michkov received a mysterious phone call after his father went missing, and his father, he was just 51. I'm thinking, is that like a warning? Like, is this for Russian kids to warn them not to go to the NHL? Like, what the hell's going on? Anyway, it's very sad, and rest in peace, Mr. Michkov. Yeah, very sad. I wonder if this is going to affect anybody trying to or thinking of picking Michkov. I know it's bad timing for that, but I think it's going to affect all the Russian kids. So anyway, it's very, I don't even know where to go with that, but it's very sad. All right. So speaking of, sad news there, and somebody that had gone missing, somebody's back from the missing. Finally, there's a Sean Monahan update from the Habs. He's undergone season-ending groin surgery. So I guess the problem with Sean Monahan's been not just his foot, but his groin. I think that he hurt the groin while rehabbing the foot. At least now we know what's happened to him, and he's undergone season-ending surgery, so he won't play another game for Montreal, or maybe they sign him in the offseason. I don't know. If they do, it's going to be for very low money, short term, and go from there, I guess, if that happens. Okay, so before I get to the rest of it, I'll get to you guys in the chat, and then we'll go from there. BL says it's the Q playoffs, so he'll be gone. Detroit 3, Montreal 2, Fedorov first goal, but no, Fedorov, give him David Perron with the first goal. Safka, Detroit 4-2, Larkin first goal. Stan the man, 4-3 Habs, Larkin first goal. Gislain, 5-3 Detroit, Sider first goal. Habs Guru, 4-3 Detroit. Raphael Harvey, you better make it. He's not in the game tonight. I'll have that in here, but Raphael Harvey Pinard not in the game tonight. JFed says that's life in Russia. Russia mafia politics. Yeah, war, no freedom there. Could have been gambling. Doubtful it's not wanting player to go to the NHL. My opinion. That's what I think it is. I think it's like a warning. Like it's insane, and I think it's going to keep people, the NHL teams, from possibly picking these Russian kids at least very early. Take the chances later on, but not early. Jason, 3-2 Detroit. Larkin first goal. Lucas, 5-3 Detroit. Matheson first goal. Conservative lawyer, 3-2 Habs. Is that the first Habs pick? I think so. No, second one. Second one. 3-2 Habs, Sean Farrell. Farrell got the first goal. Guru changes his pick to Larkin. Awesome. I got your conservative lawyer. No problem. I'll give you mine. Okay, because I know a little bit more. This is why I'm like, you'll see, I guess, with my game day news. I'm going 5-1 Detroit. 5-1 Detroit. I'm going to give it to Sherratt. Why not? Sherratt. See, it rhymes. Sherratt. Why not? All right. Alex Belzile. He's out for the rest of the season with a fractured leg. And I wrote here, what? This was yesterday about this out. What? How did he get a fractured leg? That, like, it wasn't like obvious, but apparently, I guess I forgot, but someone I saw on Twitter wrote, must have been the block shot versus Carolina. And I wrote, how hard was that shot? That it broke his foot. It's he's in a walking boot, so it's the foot. So yeah, a shot off the foot, and I believe I remember that that could do it. So there you go. Alex Belzile out the rest of the season. David Savard, season's done due to his knee injury. So he was out with a knee injury. He's done for the season. Let me see. Get more. Okay, then we get Jake Allen, Jordan Harris, and Raphael Harvey Pinard won't play tonight, and are day to day. No indication of what is the problem. So Caden Primo has been called up, and he'll be starting tonight. And Corey Sheneman's also been called up for the defense. So because of all these injuries and everything, there's this. I don't know how you guys are going to feel this, but this is Caden Primo. Caden Primo is trying to get in shape so that he can get in and help Nick and all that. So Caden Primo to the rescue. A little early, but hopefully he won't hurt himself. But that's Caden Primo trying to get ready because they want him to play. And if you believe that, then yeah, don't. It's Caden. It is. Did I say Caden Primo? It's Cole Caulfield. He is skating though. Cole Caulfield finally back out skating. He's not. He's got a stick in his hands, but I think it's this shoulder that was operated on. He's only holding the stick in his hand. It's for balance. And if you skate, you play hockey, you know what I mean. But it's basically for balance and to feel more normal. And but he's skating, so it's not going to help this year, obviously. But good to see him back out on the ice, and he's skating, and I'm sure he's happy. And yeah, there you go. What else I got? I think I got one last thing. I did that. I got one last thing. Thursday night, next game, which is Washington in town. I believe they're in town. Well, it has to be they're in town to take on the Habs. It'll be their Pride Night for Montreal. So Habs Pride Night will be on Thursday. You'll be able to bid on the jerseys that the players are wearing in the warm-up, and it will benefit. Okay, now this has gotten longer, but this is what they wrote. 2S LGBTQIA plus communities will benefit from the proceeds. That's just getting longer. They're just going to be able to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, and it's going to cover it all. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Like, I know LGBTQ. I don't know what the other ones are for. I'm sure I'll hear about it. There you go. There's my game day news. Let's see what you guys are saying. And then we'll get to whatever. Talk to me. I got about 7 minutes, and I'm going to do my preview. So whatever you guys want to talk about in the chat. Let me see. Where did I leave off? Billy Bishop goes to war. It's getting closer in the States anyway. Smelling OT tonight. 4-3 Detroit. Matheson for his goal. I don't know. I just with all the changes, who knows who's playing? On Twitter, when I heard the news, I put a GIF because I say GIF of The Walking Dead. So all these zombies walking, and had the new call-ups. Who knows, right? JFed 6-1 Detroit. Raymond with the first goal. JFed also says Belzile blocked a shot. Yeah, he's tough, but yeah, he blocked a shot. That's what it was. I remember now. And I think he left and didn't come back. So there you go. That's why. Bye-bye. Habs 4-3. Suzuki first goal. Hey, Mike, 19 Coyote. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Not often anymore, but good to see you when you're in here. And it's amazing. I haven't forgotten your name. I'm usually bad with that stuff, so that's why I'm saying amazing. All right, so we can talk about anything you guys want, and then I'm going to do the preview. It doesn't take long. I've got the lineups. I don't know if those lineups are going to be accurate. I think I saw that. Oh no, okay. I saw Evans was in, but Evans was not listed as day to day. That's true. Evans had a therapy day yesterday with those three guys. That's why I got confused. So I got lineups. We'll see if they're accurate or not. I don't know. We're going to find out. JFed, yes. Where did I get that? It was on Twitter. Someone who in the know put that out there. I forget who put it out there, but yeah. They're supposed to announce a Caulfield signing before the end of the season, which means either next Thursday, because that's their last game, or I believe the season officially ends on the Sunday. So somewhere there. Mike, you forgot the goal scorer, though. Give me a goal scorer, too. He's got 4-3 Habs. No, why would he be skating? Because he's signing a contract? No, I think it's just, you want to get everybody, if you're injured, you want to be back out on the ice. I'm quite sure it's just that they felt that he couldn't hurt himself unless he fell. He's not going to fall. It's very unlikely. I guess, and they're letting him skate, keep in shape. It's, yeah, I would think that's all it is. With all the call-ups, should the Habs wear the Laval jerseys tonight? Well, I think even the Laval guys are out, so I think they're going to be wearing the Lions jerseys, the Trois-Rivières Lions. I'm thinking maybe the Lac St. Louis Lions, and we're going to have a bunch of 14-year-old kids in the lineup with Montreal tonight. I don't know. Who knows where it's going to be? I think by the last game of the season against Boston, it's just going to be Monty and Nick Suzuki. That's it to take on the Bruins. I think that's all that's going to be left. I've got another couple of minutes. Another about 3 minutes, I'm going to do the preview. So, hey, anything you want, say anything in the chat. I am here for that. You don't have to. But I'm going to go do the preview in about 2 minutes. So, or I just go do it now, and then it'll maybe answer some of the questions you guys might have. I don't know. All right, let's go do that since I'm not getting any action in the chat. That's what she said last night. Not getting any action. All right, so the game tonight is the 34-33-9 Detroit Red Wings against the 30-41-6 Montreal Canadiens. How to watch the game? Start time 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, and as always during the week, TSN 2 in English and RDS in French, and Red Wings region, Bally Sports Detroit X, and for all the adults is Detroit Triple X. Online on Hockey TV. That's where I'm going to be watching it because NHL 66, it doesn't work anymore, at least for me. Season series, October 14th, just the second day or first week of the season anyway. 3-0 Detroit in Detroit, November 8th, 3-2 Montreal. Also in Detroit, January 26th, they beat us 4-3. One of these was in overtime, so either the November 8th or the January 26th game. That one was in Montreal, by the way, the last one. And this one tonight in Montreal. And we'll see if Montreal can even up the series for the season there. Last 10 record, Detroit 4-6-0, as is Montreal 4-6-0. The difference is Detroit won their last game, Montreal 3-game losing streak. Home and away record, Detroit on the road 15-18-5, and Montreal at home 16-19-3. Tail of the tape. Let's see, scoring chances for percentage, 43.4% for Montreal, 30th. 44.2% for the Wings, 28th. Goals per game, 2.78 For Montreal, 26th, and 2.93 for the Wings, 22nd, not that far apart. Goals against per game, 3.66, 22nd in the league for Montreal, and 3.28, and that's 21st. That's a surprise. That's, you think there'd be somebody in between that? So they're very close in those aspects. Power play percentage, 17.1% for Montreal, 28th, and 21.2% for Detroit, 17th. And the PK percentage, 73% even for Montreal, 30th, and 78.5% for Detroit, 18th. So they're a little bit better on the PK. Face-off percentage, Detroit is 49, won't come out, 49% even at the dot so far this season. And Montreal is 48.6%. And Detroit 19th, Montreal 25th in the league. Shots on goal allowed per game and shots on goal for per game. So shots on goal for 28.5 for the Wings and 27.4 for Montreal, and shots on goal allowed per game, 30.6 for the Wings, 33.8 for Montreal. Goalies tonight, I actually do not have a freaking clue. Not even a clue. Let's take a quick look. We got Husso. And we got, I know Primo. I shouldn't say I don't have a clue, but I don't have Primo's numbers. So there's that. Husso is 25, 19, and 6 with a 301 goals against, an 899 save percentage, and 3 shutouts. Primo, did he win the last? No, he lost. I don't even know. But he played 1 game so far this season, just the other day, and that's all I know. Players to watch over the last 5 games. For points, Dylan Larkin has 8. Mike Matheson has 5. For goals, Larkin has 5. And Harvey Pinard, who's not in the game tonight, has 5. Assists with 5 each, Seider and Matheson. And plus minus, Seider has a +3. Evans has a +5. And leaders, team leaders, Dylan Larkin leads Detroit with 31 goals, and Cole Caulfield still leads Montreal with his 26. Maybe that's why he's skating. He wants to defend and make sure he keeps that goalie. Points, Dylan Larkin with 76, and Suzuki stuck a little bit on 61. Average time on ice, Seider 23:09, and Matheson 24:27, and wins Husso with 25, and Monty and Allen both with 15. Bottom 11, from 11 down, Detroit, St. Louis, Washington, Vancouver, Philadelphia, Arizona, Montreal, San Jose, Columbus, Anaheim, and Chicago back on the bottom. So they're shifting around there. And Montreal just 1 point ahead of Arizona, but Arizona's played 1 more game than Montreal. So whatever that means. Detroit's top 5 in scoring. Dylan Larkin leads the way, 31 goals, 45 assists, 76 points. David Perron, 20 goals, 30 assists, 50 points. Dominic Kubalik, 20 goals, 24 assists, 44 points. Andrew Kopp, 9 goals, 32 assists, 41 points. And Lucas Raymond, 16 goals, 24 assists, and 40 points. And for Montreal, from this who knows who's still playing, we're just going to go with who's still playing. Nick Suzuki leads the way, 23 goals, 38 assists, 61 points. Next is Mike Hoffman, 13 goals, 20 assists, 33 points. Then we got Mike Matheson, 8 goals, 22 assists, 30 points. Then we got Jonathan Drouin, 2 goals, 26 assists, and 28 points. And then that is it. Out of 10, that's all we can give you. So Detroit lines. Larkin centering Kubalik and Perron. Kopp centering Ernie and Raymond. Valino in between Berggren. Is that what it is? Berggren and Luff. And Charnik in between Suter and Chason. You got Wallman and Seider paired up. Sherratt and Edvinson paired up. And Mata and Haig and Billy Husso making the start. And Montreal's lines, what are they going to be? Suzuki, Farrell, Ylönen, Evans, Hoffman, Gallagher, Drouin, Gurianov, Armia, Tierney, Pizzetta, Pitlick, Matheson, Barron, Kovacevic, Weidman, Sheneman, Edmondson, Primo making the start. Nobody's scratched because there's no extra players, and there's another injury list starting to build up. And I almost pressed end broadcast because, it's the end. That would have been awesome. I've done that before almost so many times. So there you go. But there's the preview. Whatever you guys want to talk about now. I've got basically 19 minutes to do that. So just talk in the chat and we'll do that. Let's see. Where was I? No, here we are. Could Struble have been in the lineup instead of Sheneman? You can second guess all you want. Oh, no, actually, no. Yeah, Struble could not. Struble, his ELC doesn't start till next season, and he's only signed to an AHL contract, so Struble could not have been called up. J-Fed lost to Philly, but Primo played decent. That's right, it was Philadelphia. A little shaky at times. Yeah, the reason that he's called up is I believe that, again, the Rocket have they're not playing again till Sunday. I want to wait, when are we? Tuesday? Friday. They're not playing again till Friday. So they've got time. And with Allen's injury, I think they just wanted to take another look at Primo. It makes sense, I'm not surprised. Hey, Doug. He says 4-2 Detroit, caught first goal. Mary Jo, 4-2 Detroit, Raymond first goal. Awesome guesses. I think it's going to be a little worse than that. I don't know that there's going to be a lot of offense from Montreal tonight, so I've only given them one. I got it 5-1 Detroit, and I'm giving it to Sherratt because why not? That's it. I don't think there's anything else I can add. So whatever you guys want to add to this conversation, please do here, and we'll go from there. Bubble Tea, 3-0 Detroit. Husso, first goal. That would be, if that's the case, 2 shutouts in a row if that happens, right? Yeah, it's not going to shock me if that happens. I hope not. I really do. I hope not. And I hope I'm wrong as far as their total being only 1. But I don't know who's on the ice. Well, we just went through it. But, with everybody being juggled around again, it just makes for harder to score. The only good thing is it's Detroit. They're a bottom team. Who knows? And at this point, it really doesn't matter. You could say, well, if they win, they could climb over Arizona. This is true, but it doesn't really matter. But maybe this is also a bit of management's attempt to just make sure that they finish where they are and not win any games. And they're gone to tank. If you're hurt, well, you're sitting. Bring up whoever, and we'll make whatever, and that's it. I mean, that could be it. That's how they tank. Players don't tank. It's the management that does. So, I mean, the tank job's almost complete. I guess Arizona is like a little niggly little thing that's there that's worrisome. Well, let's do what we can, and we'll finish on in 5th from the bottom. And then maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. There's no way for me to really know that. But, hey, we could always guess. So talk to me here in this chat, please, because that's what the chat's for. Otherwise, I'm just going to ramble on and probably look like an idiot. And I don't know if that's good for either of us. Funny that last year we were fighting for position with Phoenix too. Yes, that is very true. It's kind of like the other teams caught up with us, and some of them even surpassed how bad we were. So, but there's a group of teams that finally caught up with us, but we're still neck and neck. It is kind of weird, how it's neck and neck. And I don't think we finished. It was close at the end there, wasn't it, last year? I don't remember what the difference between Montreal and Arizona was at the end last year. It's not Phoenix anymore, by the way. It is now back to Arizona, I think. They've been Arizona before, then Phoenix, then Arizona, right? Pretty soon they're going to be known as the homeless team. The bums. The Arizona bums. Bubble tea. I think it was just it was very little the difference between Arizona and Montreal last year. I don't know, whatever else. By the way, Thursday's game is Washington. Saturday's game, though, is Toronto. Montreal's in Toronto for the final meeting between these two teams. And I know Pete will be on the show. Matt says he'll be here, but it's Saturday. You know, you never know. Matt will be here on Saturday. Pete's going to be here. I'm just thinking we should do a post-game show, but we might be doing, I don't know. It's in my head. I haven't spoken to them yet or Pete yet about it. So, but Saturday, be fun to be here. I'm hoping for a good game. I know Toronto kind of screwed up goaltender-wise, as we all thought they would be, but I mean, maybe not in the way they are, but Murray out again and shit like that. So anyways, Saturday should be fun. Then that leaves 2 games. And for the life of me, I can't tell you who the Islanders. So then it's back-to-back Wednesday, Thursday of next week. That's it. I think at home to the Islanders and on the road with Boston to end it up. And that's it. So the Boston game, we're all 3 of us going to be on the game. We're going to have fun. And it's possible that if we don't do Saturday a post game, maybe Boston will do a post game show because it's the last game of the season. So we'll see. We'll see. These are the plans. Always changing, always fluid. Bubble Tea looked it up. 2 points difference between Montreal and Arizona last season. And yeah, I mean, listen, Vasilevsky's looking really good going into the end of the season. Still a few games to go, but still he's looking like he's playoff ready. If that's the case, Toronto could be in a lot of trouble. But they'll have an excuse because they're already kind of making the excuse, right? I'll tell you where the excuses are. Injuries hurt them right at the end, and refs because of Michael Bunting, they're getting penalized too much, and this is where the excuses are going to be when they lose in the first round this year. Watch and see. Mark my words. You guys are my witnesses. I called it, and we'll see if those are the excuses they start off with. Wait a second. Who's telling me that it's the other way? Stan the Man. I can just look right here, and I will tell you. Stan the Man is right. I got it wrong. So they're in at the Islanders and at home. I thought it was on the road to Boston. I really did. Even more so, that's going to be a fun game. I kind of imagine Boston's going to rest a lot of guys. I don't know if that's Boston's last game of the season or not, but I imagine they're going to rest some guys. So we're going to have fun. Tappan knows when to turn it on there, vets. Yeah, I mean, they play a lot of hockey in the last few years. You got to figure there's going to be a season when they're not going to be able to turn it on. So we'll see when the playoffs start. Tap in 6. Yeah, I like that. Well, I like that. Tap in 6 or 7. Got to figure it's 6 or 7 games. I don't think it's going to be any easier than that for either team. You know, maybe like Tampa in 6. If by chance Toronto wins, it'll be in 7. Yeah, Bubble Tea, not only is their whining going to be music to their ears, the sound of the heads rolling in Toronto. Although with the excuses that they're starting to, maybe these guys sort of slide through on the excuses. I don't know. All right. I did the preview. Why am I rushing? I got 10 minutes still. Hey, Brad. How you doing, Brad? Good to see you. So, whatever you guys want to talk about the rest of the way. We've got 10 more minutes. But, it's interesting. I don't think Montreal's going to spoil much with the last 5 games. Detroit, there's nothing to spoil. Washington doesn't look there's anything to spoil for them. The Islanders, I mean, maybe. I don't know, maybe. Toronto, if they beat them, I don't think it's going to ruin anything for them. So that's probably why Montreal, they sat some of these guys because they're injured. And it's like, you know what? You're out the rest of the season. Why chance getting hurt worse? Yeah, bubble tea. You got to figure if they lose in the first round, Matthews doesn't want to stay anymore. They're used to that every year. They have the parade route, all the stuff, all the T-shirts. They get packed away again, sent back to the printers so they could be reprinted for next season. Who do I think will win tonight? Detroit. I think Detroit will win tonight, considering all the injuries and I don't see how this team is going to, even against Detroit. Yeah, I don't know. Now, somehow Montreal just never seems to really buy into that and plays back. So, if they win, it's not going to shock me, but I think it's going to be Detroit. Stan the Man, I think so did they. Yeah, I thought Detroit was going to be in the running. I thought Detroit would be the team that takes one of the other 4 teams out of it, but not to be. Brad's excited for the draft. Hopes Detroit gets a good pick. I believe, Brad, you're a Detroit fan too, aren't you? Detroit is on the bubble there as far as winning the first lottery pick. They can win it and get the first overall pick, right, from 11 down. So it'll depend, right, because they could fall back a little bit, or they will fall back more than likely a bit. But they'll still get a good pick. Bubble tea, this could be a very boring game. It could be, but you know what wouldn't make it boring? Yeah, sure, we can get our asses kicked tonight, but what wouldn't make it boring is, even though the Habs are very undermanned as far as talent, if they make a game of it and it's exciting play, it's fine. So I'm hoping for that, but you're probably right. It's going to be a boring, long night tonight. All right, 7 minutes to go. Then I got to take off for a little bit, and then I'll be back at 7. As always, for the game. It's the last 5 games of the season. That's it. We're coming up to 9 days left of the season for Montreal. Next Thursday, not this one, but next Thursday, that's it. They're not moving on. But I think in a lot of ways, we're kind of all happy that it's over, right? As it's been kind of fun still, but I mean, it's, tired of losing so much. We're going to have another year, maybe 2 of this, similar to this anyways. So I'm glad this one's over. Gets us closer to when the winning happens. So, Brad, you're a fan of both teams. Which team are you the bigger fan of? Which is in what order, I guess? Is it Detroit, Montreal, or Montreal, Detroit? And then it makes for I guess no matter which way it goes, you're good, right? One of your teams is winning tonight, which is cool. I mean, there's nothing wrong. It's just I don't cheer for another team. It's just Montreal that I cheer for. Oh, I thought you liked Habs. So what brings you to here, though? I thought you liked the Habs. We're happy to have you. That's not what I'm saying, but what brings you to a Habs channel? Or you're not my normal Brad. I don't know. You hang out here sometimes, don't you? I know there's Brad Armstrong, which you're not, but And then again, maybe I'm wrong. I get lost in it, right? I don't know. I get a lot of subscribers. It's sometimes hard to tell who's who. But I don't think I'm wrong here. Four and a half minutes to go in the show. Well, them's good reasons. It's true. I mean, I know I don't see you every time, but I thought I see you other games than Detroit. Right, you do join it here and there. That's what I thought. Anyways, awesome. As you know, fans of other fan bases are welcome here, so you know that. As obviously you know that you've been hanging around for a while. All right. So, where do we go from here? Got 4 minutes to go, so that's it. 4 minutes, and then like the McRib, I'm gone again. Get your questions in now, folks, before he's gone. Like I said, I'll be gone for 20 minutes, back at 7 for the live hangout, where I will be doing some, hopefully my feed's going to be good enough. I'll be doing some play-by-play, some color commentary. There's a chance Matt joins me. And as like always, I'll be talking to you guys in the chat. Do I think Florida will squeeze into the playoffs? I mean, I don't know. Obviously, they have an opportunity to still, I think. I hope not. I know I said it a little while back. I think they will. So I'm going to go with that they probably do, because it just doesn't work out well or as good for us, the Habs fans. So I'll say they will, but I mean, I hope not. And before we do go, by the way, if you are here, before you leave, please give a thumbs up if you had a good time at all. And if you didn't, do it anyway. Like, what's the difference, right? Hope Penguins keep their spot. It looks like it, doesn't it? It looks like the Penguins are going to keep their spot. And who was it that was chasing them? I can't remember now even. Is not Florida, right? So if that's the case, right, Florida won't make it in, right? So go Pens, go. Which I have no problem with that, you know. So, well, that 1 year, that's not going to happen for them. It seems like they're really lucky, and they seem to make the playoffs every year. But gotta figure there's going to be, like, this could be their last chance, right? That window's closed on this group of guys. And if it's not closed yet, it's closing soon. Well, I'm down to a minute and a half, guys. Don't know what you're waiting for. I just think I'll leave now. Be that way. All right, I'm going to take off. It's only a minute difference. So I'll be back in 21 minutes. Goes back to Detroit. He's not. I doubt he's coming back to Detroit, though. But you never know. Hey, David, just in time. 6-2 Montreal. 6-2 Montreal. Wow. Suzuki first goal. Awesome. On that note, I am off. So I'll be back in 20 minutes. Well, 20 minutes now for the live hangout. Hopefully, you guys will be there. Thanks, everybody who was here and talked to me. Thank you for being here. And hopefully, I'll see you in the 20 minutes. Till then, stay safe. Peace out. And I'll see you then. Ciao, everybody. See you in a bit.